Good morning, students. Now in this video we are going to discuss literary devices used in the poem Rain on the Roof. Students, I would like to remind you that the explanation of the poem has already been done. So I suggest you to go through the explanation of the poem Rain on the Roof once again. So let's discuss the literary devices used in the poem by the poet Coates Kinney. We will go stanza by stanza. In stanza 1, first we will see the rhyming scheme. Rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. You can notice them in the end of the lines written with red color. Now what does it mean? Let's see. Line 1 is A, hover. Line 2 is B, spheres. Line 3 is C, darkness. And then line 4 is again B, tears. Because line 2, spheres and tears are rhyming. Again, line 5 is pillow, is D. Line 6, bed, is E. Line 7, patter, is F. And then again, line 8 is overhead, is E. Because overhead is rhyming with bed. So, whichever words are rhyming each other, we get them the same alphabet. So, we come to see the rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. The next very prominent literary device used in this poem is alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of consonants sound in a sequence of words. I'm repeating once again. Alliteration is the repetition of consonant sound in a sequence of words. Let's see the example of alliteration over here. First of all, line 1, humid, hover. You can notice these words in the first line marked in red color, humid, hover. Her sound is repeated in these two words. Next line is 2, starry spheres. Second line, sir sound is repeating here. Next in line 5, press pillow. Per sound is repeating. Again in line 7, lie, listening. L sound is repeated. So, all these are the examples of alliteration in the stanza. One another poetic device is used in the poem is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is the use of sound words. Here, the patter is the use of sound. Sound word. The sound made by the raindrops which fall on the roof, and this is the example of onomatopoeia. You can notice in line second line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 7 line, you can notice the word patter, that is a sound word, an example of alliteration. Patter, that is mentioned in pink color. This is the example of onomatopoeia. There is another important poetic device used in the poem is personification. Personification is giving a human-like quality to a noun living thing. See the line 3 and 4. Melancholy darkness, that is mentioned with yellow color. Gently weeps in rain tears. Now, weeping is an action by human beings. But here, who is weeping? the melancholy darkness. So, darkness has been personified. The poet says that darkness weeps in rainy tears. So, darkness is personified over here. There is another device used in the poem, that is transferred epithet. In transferred epithet, we use an adjective with a noun, but that adjective doesn't refer to that noun. It refers to any other noun. For instance, melancholy darkness. Here, the adjective melancholy is applied with darkness, but actually, we don't say that darkness is melancholy. In fact, they are the gloomy or unhappy people who become sad during the darkness of the night. Melancholy doesn't mean that the darkness is melancholy, but it refers to the people who are melancholy, and this is the use of transferred epithet. Now again for second stanza, we first see rhyme scheme. The same rhyme scheme has been followed here. A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. Let's see the words. Shingles, heart, fancies, start. So heart and start are rhyming. That's why I have used B in 2 lines, in second line. Next, recollections, woof, petter, roof. Again, woof and roof are rhyming. So again, I have repeated E over here. So the rhyming scheme is A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E for this stanza. There is again an example of alliteration in the stanza. Let's see busy being. You can notice easily busy being mentioned in red color. Here b sound is repeated. Next line, their threads, the sound is repeated. And then in last line, rain, roof, r sound is repeated. So all these are the instances of the alliteration. The next device used in this stanza is onomatopoeia. Let's see the sound words that have been used in the stanza. First of all, tinkle. In the beginning of the stanza, in the very first line, the word tinkle is a sound word, and patter in 7th line of the second stanza is the sound word, and this is onomatopoeia. There is again the use of personification in the stanza, 5th and 6th line. And 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof. You can notice in blue color, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof. So this is the example of personification. Here the poet says 1,000 recollections means memories of the past. So when the poet says thousands recollections weave their air threads into woof, it seems as if they are weaving something, as we weave clothes on the loom. And so memories, that is recollections, have been personified. Okay, the action that they are doing is usually done by human being. What kind of action? Weaving. Then there is again the usage of transferred epithet. When the poet says dreamy fancies, line 3rd, mentioned in yellow color, Now, fancies are not actually dreamy. In fact, people are dreamy. Those who dream such dreams. So, the adjective dreamy doesn't refer to the fancies, but it refers to the people who are dreamy. Okay. Now, let's proceed the next stanza. Now, let's proceed to the next stanza. We will go through the rhyme scheme. So same rhyme scheme has been followed here, that is A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. Let's see the words mother, agone, dreamers, dawn. So words in the end of the lines agone and dawn are rhyming. Then me, refrain, refrain, shingles, rain. So here refrain and rain are rhyming. A, B, C, B. B is repeating. Then D, E, F, E. E is also repeating. So that's all about the rhyming scheme in the last stanza. Now let's see the use of alliteration in the third stanza. In line 1, memory, my mother, it sounds mer sound. What sound? Mer. In line 1, memory, my mother. Mer sound is repeated. Next line, darling, dreamers, here. In third line, see, darling, dreamers, here, the sound is repeated. Okay. Now, there is again use of onomatopoeia. Here the sound used is patter. You can notice in pink color. So with this we come to end of the poem. Thank you so much.